Hello, my name is Nico Galvis. Today I'll be responding to Ahmed Youssef, who claims that economic qualities and interdependence can create world peace. He argued so because, and for valid reasons, he argued that the world is run around trade. Countries interact with each other by trading goods that they don't have and that they do have, depending on opportunity cost. Just like how many countries in the Middle East, they create their allies and their governments, and really everything's revolved around their trade of oil and all their precious minerals. Um, what I would like to say about that is, while it is true that countries do create bonds and alliances through trade, just like how the US has alliances with many Middle Eastern countries, with our neighbors to the north, Canada, and our neighbors to the south, Mexico. Um, I believe that those bonds that they are not as superficial just to trade, that they also reflect a lot of cultural values, religious values, political values, and also financial values, which is the interdependence part. But let's say in the Middle East, there's a large fight over the between the Palestinians uh, and the Israelis. And let's say that they do create a successful trade and they trade all the items that they value for items that they don't value and vice versa. And they therefore boost their economy and boost just the general happiness between the two groups. I think that their long lasting religious and territorial disputes will trump this because, while I'm sure that they do trade in between each other, there's a far deeper hatred resulting from history that goes back hundreds and hundreds of years. Also, um, as Yusuf stated, North Korea is a good example of interdependence. They don't trade with many, if any, other countries. And I don't believe that if we did start trading them for resources that they have that we would potentially like to acquire, that would not resolve all the disputes between the humanitarian crisis they have going on over there. All the kids in cages, all the enslaved labor, trade is not going to solve that. So, while I do agree that Yusuf has a valid point that interdependence and economic trade between countries unifies everybody, I don't think that it would solve problems. Um, Another example is Venezuela. They have a surplus of oil, but right now their government is almost non functioning. Let's say that, and they have been selling oil to the US and to other places, and that's why everybody is trying to be their ally right now. Interdependence does work there, but they still do have a socialist and dictatorial leader, and I don't believe that that would go away just by um, potentially bribing other countries through trade, even though it is a very valuable resource. But Yusuf does bring up a lot of valid arguments, a lot of valid points, but I believe that world peace can is not going to be solved just through monetary values. World peace is going to have to be a big clash of religions and cultures and identities coming together and just people putting their differences past each other. Yusuf, great job, and hope you the best in this course.